Hey folks, it's Dre, uh, known as the Squid or Squid Man or what have you. Somewhat. Most of you are probably wondering where I was. Well, there was a lot of different things going on. Well, one is work-wise, as everybody else does. Uh, and then there was family-wise. Um, a lot of people that lose somebody um, tend to talk to professionals, I guess, uh, or lean towards alcohol or drugs or whatever floats their fancy, I guess. Um, but some of you that don't know, um, okay, let me just put this from the beginning. Like maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know how long it was because I was in a haze. Uh, well, actually, going back a couple of years, my mom was diagnosed with, um, I'm trying to remember what it was, not Alzheimer's, but uh, hold on 1 second. So my mom had dementia and Parkinson's. So she was diagnosed, uh, a while back. So give or take, she was at home, and not knowing certain things, but she was good. She was all right. Um, but she had like somewhat of an accident where she broke her elbow. So a lot of people were saying that like when somebody is in their 80s and they have a broken bone or something or a shattered bone, the case may be, um, it tends to take a while or maybe not. So with my mom having dementia, she was in the rehab place. Well, first she was a doctor, and then she was at rehab place. And then while doing rehab, the bone broke again. Um, Brought her back to the hospital, no surgery. And then we brought her to like a different rehab place. No, I'm not tearing, folks. It's just like I got a fan going on and it's going in my eye, and a lot of people are probably going, yeah, 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 just cry. It's okay. Nah, I did all my crying like a long time ago. Um, well, anyway, well, if you hear that, that's my dog, barking crazy. I don't know what she's always barking. But anyway, uh, so she has dementia, um, and she was in rehab, and everything was going somewhat. She knew what's going on. Sometimes she doesn't, sometimes she does, and then it got progressively somewhat worse, I guess. Well, no, it did get progressively worse. I mean, for someone that's in 80s, whatever, but if somebody was younger, probably not. But she had a problem talking, uh, trying to speak words, and me, I can understand it. I mean, I can see from the body language what she's talking about. Because way back when my wife had, brain cancer, and she would have seizures, and she wouldn't know what's going on, and this and that, and she's trying to explain something, and I know what she's explaining. So I kind of understand how my mom was trying to get the words out, couldn't get it out, but I understood. Um, Anyway, so she, like I said, she got worse. Um, and it was kind of hard to go and see her because, she was getting worse. Don't know what's going to happen at the time. And then, so she was in comfort care. Um, and then I get that call. And it's a call that nobody doesn't like to hear. Uh, when in fact, when I was with my wife, I was there when it happened. This, you get that call, like everybody gets that call, whether they're married into the police, military, whatnot, they get that call that they lost someone. So I get that call when I'm working, doing deliveries. And I get that call. And I knew it was going to happen. I just, we all have that feeling that it's going to happen. We don't know when. So it did happen. So rest of the family, we were figuring out what to do and, you know, did our thing, what we had to do. We had last week we had a week in the funeral. I took like another day off, with sick time kind of thing. And um, and right now with this being out probably in a day or two, depending on how I'll you know, uh edit it, I guess. So today is Easter and happy Easter, everybody. Where we would, when we have Easter every year, our family goes and has like Easter brunch. Um, Now most of you know what a brunch is. They have, breakfast. It's like a breakfast and lunch all together. So hence brunch. We go to my brother's house, they have eggs, bacon, sausage, hash browns, uh, fried egg, and then they had the donuts, uh, cereal, whatever, sweets, um, fr egg something. I forgot what it was called. But, that's what we did. We always did that like Easter Sunday. We always had like a breakfast brunch kind of thing. Um, it was wholesome, but it was kind of weird because mom's not there. There is going to be holidays where mom's not going to be there. So anyway, yeah. So that's what the whole thing was that I hadn't been on because going back and forth, seeing my mom in either the hospital or rehab place, and back and forth and work, and then going to see her, and back and forth and work, and going to see her, and finding out the news, and going to the wake and funeral. Um, so, but I figured I'd tell you what's up. But I am going to do an episode to keep me sane, as do my deliveries. They do keep me sane. And even though I'm thinking about it, thinking about her, I'm not, hmm, I'm not getting, I won't be getting emotional. I won't get mad. I won't get, and I'm not mad. It's just that I know how to keep it bottled in. So, if you'll indulge me, I'm just gonna look at my phone for my notes. I got quite a bit, and I had everything sorted into the whole thing. And people, we all know that WrestleMania was yesterday. I didn't really get to see it because, I mean, I seen it. The Roman Reigns Seth Rollins, CM Punk, fucking barn burner. I tell you, barn burner. Hold on one second. I gotta put this on my little note thing up here. Yeah. But anyway, so it's like a barn burner. So that one I saw live. That was the main event. I have heard of stuff like Jacob Fatu winning the United States, which is great. Love it. Tiffany Stratton win against Charlotte Flair, which now my opinion on that. Uh, Charlotte Flair, I don't know. She comes in demanding shit, and she's gone for a long time. And then you want to try to, rough ride over Tiffany Stratton, which by far she is showing that she can hold her shit. Uh, you know, um, but on top of that, then you have what else you had? You had Jey Uso winning the big one against Gunther, which that I knew was going to happen. It just hmm, it's one of those things where it seemed like it's not going to happen, but it does. And I'm sorry to say because you figured, okay, Royal Rumble, he wins it, goes on, everybody's going to win something from it, but it was crazy. Yeah, choking out by the same chokehold that Yolando Djokovic. I can't get the name right, but the guy that's been out, and Royal Rumble is coming up, and that's where's it going to come up? I don't know. Even at SummerSlam, somebody's gonna somebody's gonna emerge at SummerSlam, which is it's gonna probably show up. There is talk about Rusev Day. And then my boy, Aleister Black, that he might be the 25th. I'm not. I wish I wasn't going to be one of those people that's going to try to give away shit, which I don't really know, but I have a feeling it might be him. Um, so Rusev, I'm going to write this in there for, as everybody knows, I do my episode art, so I got to be key on this. Alistair, hold on, I got Alistair Black. And then what else we miss? Who else we got? New Day, which add on to the accolade of winning again, but as a heel. Um, so we got New Day that won, Jacob Fatu won, Tiffany Stratton won, Seth Rollins won with that not a cliffhanger. You knew Paul Heyman was going to do some kind of shit, but I didn't know he was going to screw over both CM Punk and Roman. Wow, that was that. I'm not saying it threw me for a loop, but when you look at it, you're like, holy shit. Now I'm looking forward to seeing, tonight's WrestleMania, see how that goes. Because you got and Jay Cargill won. Nice. I like that whole thing. Jay Cargill, uh it, it's it, it's good. I mean, I never really liked the whole two-parter uh, you know, different shows. They got day one, day two. I'm like, really, just have it all together like you used to do. But all right, so we're just going through the wrestling part. Let's go through. Okay, everybody knows, or some people don't know. There is a movie called Phantasm. Um, Phantasm, awesome movie. There's like four, five, maybe six. So if anybody that doesn't know what Phantasm is, Phantasm is a movie that was done in like 1970 something, where a young boy and his brother, older brother, uh, and their friends Reggie and well, friend Reggie, which is an ice cream driver, but they go and try to stop the tall man, which is apparently a person from another plane of existence, a plane of like another dimension, comes to this world, gets all the dead people, scrunches them down to little itty bitty fucking little mini men, puts them in little urn canisters, and sends them off to God knows where. Um, Lo and behold, Reggie, which is the guy that is in pretty much all of them, plus the young kid he grows up within the movies. Um, Excuse me. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Um, well, anyway, so in real life, Reggie, which his name is Joe Warren, uh, he's somewhat a little bit sick, but I would like to let everybody know that if you want to feel free to send your cards and letters to Reggie and Gigi Bannister. They both P.O. Box 4387 at Crestline, California. So Crestline, it's Crestline, California 92325. Reggie being one of the stars of Phantasm. He's had some medical issues. If you want to wish him, but I don't know how long this was ago. Like I said, month, 2 months, whatever. So something might happen. I don't really know. I'm sorry for being this so late in the way it is. Um, you know, family comes first, as a lot of people say. So uh, I go on that. Um, so then we go on to uh, Ghost Adventures. Ghost Adventures has its ups and downs. I love the show. Three guys go to every haunted area you could think of all over either the world or all over the United States. They go to any state, go there, confront the demon or whatever situation it is. They go there and have a confrontation, whether they get themselves taken over or they go in there with some kind of epic personality that knows how to deal with this demonic stuff. Um, but on the outside, there's some shit going on. So, like Zach, who's the leader, um, he has gone out or dated said widow of Hugh Hefner. Oh, hold on, let me put Ghost Avengers in there. Excuse my and Hugh Hefner. Um, I feel like a guy that types like the screenplay, which is fucking phenomenal thing. I don't know. I feel like that J.J. Conway, that did the Knight Rider, did the 18. He goes, whatever. Uh, so now I'm getting to go, oh, yes. So he's gone out with the widow, or he's dated the widow of Hugh Hefner. I don't know what the girl's name was. I forgot. I should have written down. Fucking shit. Anyway, um, yeah. So they were off again, on again, and they're off again. The reason I say this because Aaron Goodwin, which is another guy, pretty much has a bald head, just like me. I got stubbles going on, as you can see. Look at the blackness going on. Yeah. Um, he has it really fucking worse. Uh, I'm gonna read you what's here. Um, because I've seen a lot of people do this, and I figure I do it myself. The wife of Ghost Adventurers star Aaron Goodwin was arrested on suspicion of solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to commit murder. After police uncovered she had been involved in a murder for hire plot with her husband as the intended target. Um, Victoria Goodwin was arrested last Thursday, which was many months ago. So, uh, in Nevada, where the couple resides, publicly available inmate records show she has been held on $100,000 bail after an initial court hearing that took place Tuesday. According to court records, a preliminary hearing is set for March 25th, which really passed. Right now, we're in April 20th. So you're looking at 20 days before. So a lot can happen. According to a copy of the police report obtained by CNN, investigators determined that Victoria Godwin willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously, I don't know where they come with these words, God, plotted to commit murder of her husband with an inmate in Florida who she had been communicating with, like pen pal kind of stuff. Like, because when I was younger, we did pen pal stuff, but it was more like celebrity or like, uh, uh, musicians. You send it to the PO box, and and you might get like I got like a, a picture from like a celebrity or whatnot. This woman is doing this from an inmate. Like there goes one of those crazies. CNN has reached out to representatives for both Victoria and Aaron Goodwin. Police uncovered the text messages between Victoria and the inmate that allegedly indicated she was conspiring and soliciting to murdering her husband, Aaron, through a third party who the inmate was corresponding with. So if you watch a lot of movies, there was an inmate that's inside that can coordinate with person that is on the outside. And so if say you're a person of high stature of arresting somebody and you put them in jail, and that person has the mobility to be able to correspond with anybody that's on the outside to get what they want to do. Um, which I gotta watch my P's and Q's, because if they're gonna watch this shit, I'm not gonna be here. But their communications include plans for Victoria to make an initial payment of the amount of $2,500. Hmm. According to police, she was in love with the inmate, according to the police report, and felt her husband would not accept divorce. Now, see, this is where I'm okay. You want to divorce your husband. You don't feel like he doesn't want to do the divorce, but you want to go and have your husband eradicated from a person that's inside the cell, that's corresponding with somebody on the outside, to off your husband because you don't think he's going to do a divorce. You know, text messaging, everybody can see everything. They can check everything. Apparently, she is stupid. Anyway, uh, Victorian, well, we're going to give us some backstory on it. As you already probably know as it is, because I'm sorry I haven't gone forward in trying to doing this as it is, but things happen. Victorian Aaron, they lived in Las Vegas, 2022. Excerpts of text messages include a report showing Gowan allegedly giving the inmate information about the husband's whereabouts in connection with the plot and questioning if she was a bad person because she chose to end his existence instead of divorcing him. Following her arrest, Goodwin told police that she initially began writing to the inmate after she became aware of him from a true crime documentary. According to the police report, they eventually began communicating via text message. Again, they can search this shit. Um, Goodwin denied wanting her husband to be killed. Okay, you got it on a text message, so that's what it fucking said. Uh, According to the report, and described herself as daydreaming of being in a different situation, but she no longer felt that way. Yeah, because she got fucking caught. That's why. She's backtracking her shit. Um, she also told police that she began talking to the inmate at a point in time when she and her husband were going through problems in their marriage. If you are going through problems in your marriage, don't you want to talk to like some kind of psychiatrist or friends or family? No, I want to go talk to a fucking psychotic killing inmate that I would be pen pals with and tell him my stories and say, hey, my husband and I are not going to be we're not so well together. So I might have him killed. But I don't think we're going to be able to do a divorce. Folks, this is Jerry Springer shit right here. I might be, no, I'm not the new Jerry Springer, no, but it, I had to wear a suit and get some glasses. I'm not good at talking in public, folks. That's why I do this shit right here. Anyway, where are we at here? There's a point and problems in the marriage and okay. Aaron Goodwin is an actor and host, best known for starring alongside Zach Baggins, which we found out about. So, thing with Playboy Playmate that was a involved with Hugh Hefner. Um, on the Discovery Plus channel, Ghost Adventures, Aaron and Victoria have been married since 2022, according to a post on her Instagram. So, but now you figured the other guy, there's another guy, the other person that is on the show, he vacated the show, I don't know, 1 year before. Now there's rumors that he is supposedly want to come back and he's bringing his wife with him because honestly, he's probably doing that because he found out about Aaron's fucking bitch of a wife and he wants to keep tabs on his wife just to make sure she's not going to go and do the same thing. Um, and I don't say that in a mean way. They say keep your enemies close and your enemies closer. No, keep your family close and your enemies closer. That's why. Um, let's go on with a little. Well, not baseball. It's not going to be really baseball, but so my favorite. I love the Yankees, but I love uh, Adrian Beltre. Funny guy. Outtakes. Just look at his outtakes when you go on YouTube. Adrian Beltre baseball outtakes or bloopers. Funny shit. He is a funny guy. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body unless he's provoked. But he always has fun when he plays the game, but he does not like his head touched. Like when he takes his helmet off, they always try, and he's like, moving around and doesn't want to get his head touched. That's the same way with my dog. My dog, you try to pet her, she's like, just moving around and all that. Um, yeah, that's that's crazy. And here's another crazy thing. Now I worked in this work area. I'm not gonna mention, well, I could mention that name. Well, I worked in the bakery, right? Um, long time ago. Um, it was in a town where I lived in, you know, in this town, in this island, and so I was a break relief person. So I would go in, whoever needed a break, if they needed to go do the break, I would take over their job, or they needed to go and take a piss or whatever, or pee or piddle or whatever we want to do. I would go and take over for them for the 5, 10 minutes, 15, 30 minutes that they're going to do lunch, whatever. So I go and help out my friend Raphael and Dino, which I love this guy, and Raphael, if you see this, call me. So I go and I do the thing where I feed the oven. I put the stuff in the oven, uh, you know, add some trays and blah blah blah, and everything's good. Uh, he goes and he comes back. Now I'm talking to my family, my brother, I talking to him, and I talking to my cousin, and then Raphael comes back and he goes, oh. And I'm like, what's wrong? He goes, have you ever had that thing where you go and you have to, let me see, what was the words he said? You ever had to sneeze, cough, and piss and farted all at the same time? And I'm like, no, why? Well, it went like this, and he went this way. You know, and folks, if you didn't see it, I basically just like contorted, like I got possessed one, you know. So that's how he did when he farted, pissed, coughed, and sneezed at the same time. I don't know if he farted. I think he shit himself. But that that was uh, a craziness as it is. Um, here's a movie game uh, thing I want you to indulge yourself as well. Um, I'm going to read a synopsis, and if you want, you can go into, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go to the comment section, which is either down here, or you're just crazy enough you want to have the shit up here. Um, I'm going to describe the whole thing. You give me the answer, which when you do the movie game, it's two movie names melded together. So, and also if you're listening to this, there is a comment section, I guess. You can go on there. If you're on TikTok, no, it's not gonna be on TikTok, but basically if you're going on, you just put it on the comment section. But if you're watching this, comment below on if you like movie games. Also like, subscribe, share it to everybody else that's on YouTube. Um, Also, if you're listening to this, like, share, um, and give 5 stars. If you like to give 5 stars, 4 stars would be good too. It helps me immensely. It gives me more of a push on what to do. I might be doing a live segment. So here we go. Here's the movie game segment. All right. A son enrolls in college but has second thoughts. His self-made, uneducated billionaire father signs up to show how easy it is to be in school, while other students join the teacher and try to win in the battle of the bands. Wow, what a stage that is. Now, you gotta give me the first part of said movie, and then you have to kind of combine it. Yeah, I have to combine it, the first movie with the second movie of that synopsis. So, like I said, give me in the comments, blah blah blah, and we'll see who wins and who's not. If not, all right, it is what it is. But I'll give you the answer at the end. Um, well, no, you know what? I'll just leave it. See what happens. Okay. Now we go on to, we did the dog thing. All right. I love this game show. All right. Some people don't know what it is. Now, if you watch MTV from the beginning, um, I forgot what the year was, but more than likely Cindy Lauper started, with the videos, and MTV was more a music video channel. Started out that way. That's all it was. Video every all day, all night, overnight, whatever. In between, they had their own game shows. They had producing stuff. They had 120 minutes. They had Headbangers Ball. They had so this game show I loved. I was hoping they were going to have more of it, but they didn't. And it's called Remote Control. Now you're wondering, Dre, what the fuck is remote control? Well, I'm going to fucking tell you. So, anyway, so Remote Control is a game show that its host is Ken Ober. He has people on the side, that the guy that does the musical interlude, entourage, whatever you want to call it. His name's Steve. And he has like the funky glasses. His hair's up to here. Um, Colin Quinn, which is a comedian, well known. He is in this vast array of craziness. Um, in the beginning, the first season, there was Marisol. Actually, I'm sorry. Well, anyway, it goes on saying remote control. Now it's his basement. It's his rules. It's his game show. The quizmaster I was sending to Whoopi Goldberg, Ken Ober. And that was how Colin Quinn started out. Season one had Ken Ober, Colin Quinn, Steve, which is the DJ, and Marisol. Curly hair, beautiful. Um, Second and third season, they switched up the girl, so it was Corey Work, which she was in Beastmaster, the second one. Been in a bunch of different other movies, some horror movies and whatnot. Fourth one, the fourth season they did, there was a girl named Alicia Coppola, uh, tall, brunette, slender, lovely one. Because everything they always had some a different girl in there. The last one was Susan Ashley, which is like a petite blonde, very good looking. They always do. But the show takes place in apparently mother's basement. The mother's basement has this game show memorabilia stuff. There's 3 reclining chairs. You have a big, vast audience on one side. You have 3 contestants sitting in said lounge chair. And there's a big TV. So Canover will be here, and over past the TV would be Colin Quinn, whatever girl was there, and Steve. And they were this big, huge fucking TV because it's on TV. Big, huge fucking TV. Dan, 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 dan. Yeah. So now the contestants, they sit there and they're like, okay, they grab their remote, for instance, like this. They grab their remote. It's like, oh, give me channel 2. And they sit like this, like whatever. They got a nice little bowl thing. They sit there and what you do in your reclining chair? You sit there and you're fucking glued to the TV. That's how we got fat, that back in those days. But folks, when we were in there, we gone outside. We gone outside and played. We gone in before we go outside and play until the the the, the overhead lights, the street lights come on, and that's when we knew we had to come home. Um, so we sit there and they go and it's like give me channel two, gives them trivia question of whatever that was on channel two, channel three, channel four, you get the whole gist. So they go on, they try to win, and sometimes they have an interlude where they like, oh, we're gonna give them lunch, and then they either throw down some bread from below or whatnot. And if somebody loses like that round, then that person gets hauled back and pulled through said wall, kind of like a horror movie kind of thing. Get through the wall and you see something going, throwing stuff out there, screaming, whatnot. So now you get down to the last two, and then they're trying to win. And then if they can't get, whoever loses, goes back again. And then the guy that wins goes on to the bonus round. So when they come back from commercial break, they go to the bonus round. They sit in a huge bed area, 10 fucking TVs. Now, mind you, they're not big flat screen TVs that we have now, 50, 60 inch, 70 inch, you had like little 15-inch, or 20-inch fucking little TVs that they turn the dials. So you sit there, they got 10 fucking TVs, 10-inch, 20-inch TVs sitting there, one, two, three, four, five, six, all label off. Now your thing is to answer, see the video and then tell what video it was. Oh, Bananarama. Oh, this and that. Neil Young. This and if you get that within, I forgot what it was, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, let's say 20 seconds, and you get all 10 in 20 seconds, and if you don't get, like, say, the next one, you're like, oh, pass. And then if you get back, it's like Family Feud. You get back to it, you're all good. So you do all that, you win whatever prize there it is. You'll get. I'll say right now, you're not going to get a trip to the Bahamas, but you'll get like some kind of motor scooter, or you'll get a gift card to like Domino's or some shit. I don't know. Most of you that are listening to this and you're like, holy shit, I remember that fucking love that show. I love MTV. I wish they brought it back, but now with videos, you can watch it on YouTube. But it was more fun looking on a channel. Now MTV has pitiful drama on, drama series. Just like, why? We got enough drama in the world. Why? I mean, hell, look at my jersey I got at Walmart. This jersey. Oh, I need to get more jerseys. Because I'm getting a little fat, folks, and uh and I also we call it I'm trying to work out. So I actually got this, which is a gorilla press. You go like this, you move, and you're trying to get your chest going on, and you get your frustration out, and you go this, you're like, motherfucker, I'm gonna break your neck. Yeah, but I digress. Yeah. It took a lot out of me. No, but um, overall, happy Easter. Um, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. It'd be a struggle, but I will do fine. Um, so everybody have a good Easter. Um, have a great time watching the second half of WrestleMania. This will come out probably in the middle of the week. I don't know, depending on how well I'm going to do the editing. I might just go and just do some basic little editing here and there, blah, 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 and hand it out. The big thing is I got to do my episode art. So that's what is going to be crazy. Uh, Overall, have a wonderful day. Spring is in the air. Uh, Apparently, Trump. Now, I don't do politics stuff as it is, but this one I think is a thing to mention because I don't know if it's true or not. But I think from what I hear, Trump has signed a something to have people that are working and the lowest they can get, like minimum wage, is not $15, not $17, not even $18. The lowest you can get is $25 an hour. 25 fucking dollars an hour. It, if that is the case, I'd be happy being the minimum wage fucking guy. You know, I mean, everybody can get what they need to get done. They want to get bills paid. They want to do this. You want to get ahead of the game. That'd be awesome. I don't know why I didn't think of this. Now, that's only if it's true. It's supposed to be happening last week. So I don't know. See what happens. Um, I just want to see what's going on here. No, I don't see anything. But anyway, if you want to follow me, even though I haven't really got anything new except for this, follow me at oh, it's been a while. Uh oh, son of a bit. Linktree. That's what it is. Go to Linktree, linktr.ee/ capital T A 2 SQUID PODCAST, which are all one word. You'll find every kind of link to YouTube, uh, Twitter, Instagram, uh, TikTok, all this other different stuff. Blue Sky, um, Clapper, maybe I think is on there. I got my online site. You can be able to get different shirts, what or anything. Just whatever you can see on there. You want to buy it, buy it. Oh, have a great time. Like I said, comment down below if you're watching this on a video, what you want to see next. If you want to see me, I don't know, get pierced, I don't know, or get tattooed. I'm gonna get a tattoo on my mom's uh not biological sign, astrological sign, um, on me somewhere. Which reminds me, I gotta take a picture of a part of my body and send it to my tattooers. Um, so, folks, I bid you adieu. Um, like I said, like, subscribe, click the notification bell for the YouTube, uh, like, share, 5 stars for wherever you get your podcast listening, uh, and buy stuff on my merch site. I'm gonna have guests again, like I used to. There's a friend of mine I got a hold of. I haven't really got a hold back because of obvious reasons. Um, if you have any kind of weird jerseys that are 3XL, um, message me on Twitter or X. Um, yeah, just message me on X and or Instagram. That would be Tattoo Squid. That's TA2SQUID dot podcast. And if you got any like crazy jerseys that are 3XL, send them away and I'll send you my address. I'm still in the midst of trying to get a PO box because I really don't want to send my address to every person there is, and I'll probably have something sent differently than what I want. All right, folks. Adios, bid you do. Yeah. So that would be it. Okay. Adios.